So I know who you are, but we can just have a conversation. How does it feel to be back on the stage?
It feels so good to be back on the stage because, COVID has really hit everyone, especially the entertainment industry. So, but it's given me an opportunity this past year to really focus and figure out exactly what kind of show I want to do. I've been writing an album, my 63rd album, and it's going to be a show trying to encompass 6 decades of music in 90 minutes. And it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be made. I've put together a crack team of people. I mean, Raj Kapoor is going to be directing this thing. And if anybody knows anything about Raj, they're going to say, well, you got the best in the business. And we can hardly wait to get started. It's a lot of work, but August 31st is not that far away because that's when we start. And it's nice to be back at Harrah's because interestingly enough, back when I was about 6 or 7 years old, my brothers and I were the first act to open Harrah's Tahoe. All these years later, I'm back at Harrah's. So literally, I'm back home.
Yeah, and how does it feel to have, without your sister, your own solo career, but also, like you said, history here at Harris? I mean, how important is this and how excited are you?
About, say it one.
I'm sorry, the fact that you are, without your sister, you are your solo career here at Harris because you have history. How do you feel and what are your fans looking forward to seeing coming up in August?
I spoke with Marie last night, and she was so excited. She says, I am there opening night. I've got to see this show. It's not going to be a rehash of the Donny and Marie show. I mean, that was one thing. This is something completely different. And like I said, it's more of the 6 decades of my life and what I've gone through, the different music genres that I've recorded. But it's so exciting to be a part of this, and honored that Caesars Entertainment said, okay, you're one of the first ones that we're going to announce in a big way that we're bringing life back to Vegas. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but with all the news from the vaccines and all that stuff, mark my word, Las Vegas, summer of 2021 is going to be so exciting because it's going to be a new normal, but it will be back to normal.
But also the fact that it's summertime.
Yeah.
And hopefully we see more people. We hope to see a lot more people out on the strip here, but just the culture of what you're bringing to the Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah.
What other things can you talk about the show? Are we gonna have surprise guest performers?
No guest performers. That's unless somebody shows up and I said, hey, get up here on stage. I mean, that's always fun to do. That's what Vegas is all about. At least that's what Vegas was back when I was a little kid, as I was growing up. Yeah, if there was a star in the show, bring them up on stage and perform. That's fun. But the show isn't based on just surprises. However, there's a segment in the show that's going to change every night. And this has been my challenge. What kind of music do I present to the audience? Because I was asked the other day, who comes to a Donny Osmond show? And I said, well, primarily the puppy lovers, but if my social media has anything to say about that, it's across the board. There's a little 12-year-old I found out that just absolutely loves, is a huge fan of Donny Osmond. 12 years old. How does she know me? She said, from I Can See Your Voice and The Masked Singer, Mulan, I'm Captain Chang of Mulan, all these other things. So the demographics are so wide and varied. So this segment in the show, Henry, I'm going to have all 63 albums on the screen. And they can pick any album they want, any track. I turn to the band, 3, 4, and we do the song. And we'll probably do 20, 30 seconds of the song. So we get to a lot of different types of music and different demographics and genres within those 90 minutes.
And talk about the atmosphere of the stage or the show. Obviously, because it used to be a previous place, are the design, the lighting going to be ambient, mood swing, or energetic?
I was talking to the Caesars personnel last night, and they said, when you really get it right down to it, Harrah's is our newest property. And I said, what do you mean? Because it's an older hotel. He says, no, wait till you walk through this. And I walked through it last night. They have redone everything. They finished all the rooms, redid all the rooms as of January. The showroom is going to be redesigned and updated. The technology is going to be completely different. The sound will absolutely blow you away. The visuals, the plans that we have for this show, I can hardly wait to present it on stage. Yes, it's going to be, you know, a lot of work to get to that point, but when I hit that stage with all this technology and all this professional touches that are going to go into the show, I can hardly wait to present this show to the public.
Will you be interacting with fans a lot more with this type of style, or are you going to be?
I've got some ideas on how to interact with my fans, who I must say, they are the most loyal fans anybody could ever have. I've had fans that have been following me since I was 5 years old, and they're still with me. And then, of course, new ones as well, who just discovered me, you know, just recently. But through social media, and you know, you got your pros and cons of social media. I actually like it because I can stay in touch with my followers. And I listen to them all the time. What do you want to hear? What do you want to do this and this and this and this? I do Facebook Live, and I stay in touch with these people. Because I remember, it's important to me because I remember a conversation I had with Elvis Presley. He said, if I could do it all over again, I'd get closer to my fans because they're the ones who put me on this stage. And I recognize that same dynamic in my life.
So through your social media followers and your fans, were they like, Donny, are you going to return to the stage? What's next for you? Were those questions asked by your fans?
They've been asking me all year, what's up next? And I've just kept it a secret. Because really, we started negotiating this thing about 3 months ago, and I just signed the contract Saturday. So it's like, nothing's really in stone, so I'm not going to talk about something that's not in stone. But the next big announcement will be my album. And I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be done, but I'm almost finished writing it, almost finished producing it, and I love the way it's turned out. I don't want to overhype anything, but it's brand new music. I mean, there's people I'm working with that are in the Bruno Mars circles. I wrote a song with a lady that wrote with this Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud. Beautiful song I wrote with her. That caliber of people, and I'm finding the best of the best all over the world. I just did a tracking session in Finland via Zoom. Got a mix from a friend from Virginia, of course LA, and I did a piano tracking session in London not long ago. Those are the good things about COVID and the technology that it's really enhanced. So this album, I can hardly wait to release.
Is there anything you can share, just like a teaser of anything from the album or even from the show?
No teasers. I'll give it to you when I'm ready. Even with the show, I've told you a little bit about what I want to do, but it's just a morsel of what I'm going to put in that show. Because by and large, I want people to walk out of that showroom saying, I heard what I wanted to hear, I saw what I wanted to see, and no, they don't remember the lights or the visuals or the sound, but they remember the experience. I want people to remember the Donny Show as a great experience.